Today on the Rockbridge Report, two holidays might stand close together on the calendar, but remain far apart in what they stand for. Supporters of the Martin Luther King Jr. and Lee Jackson Days plan multiple parades, and the Lexington City Council is trying to sort it all out. Wildfires blaze through 6 states in the southeast, leaving the skies heavy with smoke. So heavy, in fact, that it can be seen from space. Firefighters blame unusually dry conditions for scorching more than 80,000 acres of land in the area. We'll look at Virginia's risk next.
Temperatures currently in the 60s, but a chance of snow this weekend. Stay tuned for this week's full forecast coming up.
And later, with Black Friday just 8 days away, local shops in town are preparing for the holiday rush. All that and more coming to you soon from the Rockbridge Report.
Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University with news for Rockbridge County, this is the Rockbridge Report.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Catherine Young.
And I'm Rosella Gabriel.
A blanket of smoke lingers for miles across the southeast. Fire officials are battling major blazes in Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, and North and South Carolina. Poor air quality has already sent over 200 people to the hospital, and Virginia has 3 wildfires of its own. Reed Binion has the story.
And the constant threat of high winds.
What we're going to be looking for is to have, again, the process in play, to have the line constructed, to continue the burnout operations and get it done before the wind hits.
Some residents close to the fires are refusing to evacuate.
This is our home. You know, this is our home. We just didn't want to leave.
Others bracing themselves for the full impact.
The thought of losing everything you own is never a fun thing.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Southwestern Virginia now has 3 uncontained fires, scorching over 3,000 acres of land. The Wildfire Coordinating Group has placed the area under a level 5 warning, meaning a serious risk over a large region. There has been a burn ban in several counties across the region. There is now an emerging fire in Waynesboro.
Senator Tim Kaine is seeking re-election in 2018, but is ruling out a presidential bid in 2020. The former Democratic vice presidential nominee said he wants to serve in the upper chamber for as long as he can. As a member of the Senate's Democratic minority, he plans to work as a key check on President-elect Donald Trump. Kaine promises to continue his work to expand Congress's role in voting for and declaring war.
Hillary Clinton gave an emotional pep talk at the Children's Defense Gala in Washington. She addressed the disappointment of her supporters, but reminded them not to give up, because America is worth it.
I ask you to stay engaged on every level. We need you. America needs you. Your energy, your ambition, your talent. That's how we get through this. That's how we help to make our contributions to bend the arc of the moral universe toward justice. I know this isn't easy. I know that over the past week, a lot of people have asked themselves whether America is the country we thought it was. The divisions laid bare by this election run deep. But please listen to me when I say this. America is worth it. Our children are worth it. Believe in our country, fight for our values, and never, ever give up.
Construction on VMI's new indoor training facility is nearly complete. Excitement for the state-of-the-art complex is building. Parker Butler has the story.
After nearly 2 years of construction, VMI is ready to open up its new indoor training facility to its faculty and students. The eco-friendly building stretches for nearly 3 blocks of Lexington's Main Street and includes new and improved equipment for military training.
Well, this building gives us new capabilities we just don't have. It's an indoor training facility, and we can do a lot of military-type training that we do on obstacle courses that we can do it year-round here, where over here we in our obstacle courses, we can only do that when the weather's good.
The $80 million facility includes an obstacle course up in the rafters, a rock climbing wall, and a state-of-the-art track that is operated by a hydraulic system, allowing the track's banks to be adjusted by just the push of a button. The indoor training facility is a part of Vision 2039, Superintendent Benford Pease' improvement plan that focuses on infrastructure as well as cultural elements at the school.
It was his vision for the development of VMI and what it will look like in the year in the 200th anniversary of its founding.
Despite the school's excitement for the building, many of VMI's neighbors are not pleased with the facility. Ted Delaney is a longtime resident of Lexington.
I'm not thrilled with the architecture of that enormous building on Main Street, nor am I thrilled with the fact that they didn't expand to the west.
Delaney said VMI's expansion primarily affects the black neighborhoods and communities behind the new complex.
That athletic facility has obliterated most of the old black neighborhood.
VMI has been accumulating property on Main Street for the past 30 to 40 years in order to build a structure like its newest facility. The indoor training facility will also include a parking deck underneath the structure that will hold 126 parking spots.
The building that actually does, I think, enhance the entrance into Lexington here, and certainly the facility, what it adds to the community is going to be very impressive as well.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Parker Butler.
VMI plans to open the new facility to cadets at the end of the month. The school has not released a date for the official dedication ceremony.
Lexington officials are still working through logistics for an event-filled weekend in January. From the 13th through the 16th, the city may be hosting 4 parades. CARE, the Community Anti-Racism Education Initiative of Rockbridge, was the first group to apply for a permit and will host a Martin Luther King Jr. Day parade on Saturday the 14th. The City Council is also in the process of approving Lee Jackson Day events for that Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Requests for parade permits have come in from the local chapter of Sons of Confederate Veterans, the Virginia Flaggers, and even a Southern Heritage group from North Carolina. Lexington is bound by First Amendment rights to approve each of the parade permits it receives, but council members say they will pursue a more formal policy in the future to avoid so much commotion in a single weekend.
Coming up, Ford Carson has your pre-holiday forecast. Then, in just 2 minutes, Rockbridge Report's Julia Gazelle has the latest on how BV is repairing a key road and business reaction to it.
And later, we have the inside scoop on the holiday shopping scene in Lexington. All that and more coming up next on the Rockbridge Report.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Smokey. Only you can prevent wildfires.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Buena Vista is finally repaving its streets. The city got a $1 million VDOT grant last year and has begun construction on one main road. But business owners aren't too happy about the construction. Our own Julia Gazelle has the story.
501 is more commonly known as Sycamore and Beach Avenue in Buena Vista. and for 2 weeks now, the street has been a mess.
Construction started in front of City Hall and will continue to move down the road until it finishes at Hardee's.
City Manager Jay Scudder says the $1 million VDOT grant funding the improvements goes toward only this federal road.
They started here in front of City Hall. They were supposed to start at the other end, closer to 10th Street.
And that's when the city and business owners like Tracy Anfinson started to have problems.
I came to work and they had a big cement thing and had half my parking lot taken up with city equipment. So they didn't say anything to me. They blocked my lunch crowd.
But the city said it didn't know about the change.
You know, that happens with projects like this. You're going to impact businesses. You don't want to, but it's unavoidable to a certain extent.
Anfinson said she understands the city was caught off guard when VDOT changed its plans. But a lack of communication between the city and its businesses has been an ongoing problem in BV.
There is none. That's one of my biggest beefs.
Anfinson wasn't the only business owner upset by the city's lack of communication. Buena Vista Hardware also said it wished there was a better dialogue between businesses and the city. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Julia Gazelle. The city manager says the first phase of construction on Sycamore between 16th and 21st should be finished next week.
Well, it's been a bit of a chilly week so far. Will we need to stay bundled up in the week ahead, Ford?
I'd say you would. Today's a little bit warmer, and then tomorrow's going to be a little bit warmer than that. But if anything is predicted by the morning walk, it is going to get a little bit colder as we continue through the week. We've got a live shot right here. You're going to see some barer branches, and you're going to see some drier conditions as well. Your humidity is around 48%. And you can see that outside. Some pretty cool, some pretty calm winds along the way, though. As we're going to turn to our almanac, we've got a high of 66 degrees, a low of about 35. Your pressure is about 30.1 inches of mercury, and your humidity, like I said, is about 48% as well. Moving into the next. Excuse me, yeah. Around the area, we've got some precipitation moving in from the northwest down to the southeast. That's probably going to find its way into the weekend forecast. About Friday night, Saturday morning, with some cooler temperatures, we could see that as a chance of snow or perhaps as rain. As far as your 5-day forecast is concerned, Friday is going to be a little bit warmer, as I said, about 73 degrees high, about mid-40s for your low. That's going to get even warmer into the next day, and then throughout your weekend, the big dip is going to come on Sunday. Sunday is going to be your coldest temperature, around 43 degrees. Moving into Monday and then Tuesday, partly cloudy on the weekend, and then it's of course going to move into Tuesday. You're going to get your full force of the winter temperatures. Until then, we'll keep you posted. Back to you, Rosella and Catherine.
Thanks, Ford. A Carilion health assessment found that urgent care was the #1 need in the Lexington community. That's how Velocity Care was born. The clinic opened 6 months ago and has already served nearly 4,000 residents in the area. Holly Ostby, Carillion's community health coordinator, said the clinic has already cut down on costs and waiting room time. Velocity Care is an alternative option to an emergency room visit, great for those seeking care for urgent but not critical conditions.
Coming up next on the Rockbridge Report, downtown businesses prepare for the holiday shopping season. And the Generals honored their seniors on their final game of the regular season. Highlights coming up in sports.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your GED.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future and sign up for free classes now at yourged.org.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers, dirty looks. School's out for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
And Rachel Stone has the latest in sports. Rachel?
Thanks, Rosella. Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo broke his silence on Tuesday ahead of his highly anticipated return to the game this Sunday as the backup to rookie quarterback Dak Prescott. Romo was sidelined after breaking a bone in his back during preseason. But Prescott stepped up to the plate and has led the Cowboys to 8 consecutive wins this season. Romo said Prescott deserves to maintain his starting role. In college sports, for the first time since 1995, the WNL men's cross-country team qualified for the NCAA championship after placing second out of 29 schools at the South-Southeast Regional Championship last Saturday. Women's cross-country took home 4th place in the regional championship to qualify. Both teams will head to Louisville, Kentucky this weekend to compete for the championship title. Washington and Lee men's football wrapped up the 2016 season with a celebratory senior day last Saturday. General seniors were honored with their parents before kickoff. Junior Evan Henkel takes the handoff and runs it into the end zone for an early score. The Generals celebrate their quick lead, giving them momentum for the rest of the game. In the high-scoring game, Charlie Nelson drops back for a pass to number 87, Jack Taylor. 2 seniors connecting on senior day. The Generals finished the season with a 59-42 home win over Shenandoah University. The seniors gathered on the field to take in their last game. Meanwhile, women's basketball returns to the court this Friday after falling to Mary Washington in the season opener Tuesday night. The Lady Generals will travel to Marymount University to play Colorado College at 7:30 p.m. Men's basketball took a tough loss to Ferrum on Tuesday night in the first game of the season. The team will head to the University of Rochester this weekend for the Chuck Wrestler Invitational. The men's and women's swim teams will also return to action this weekend to compete in the Franklin and Marshall Invitational. And the Generals wrestling team will face Davidson at home on Friday at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, Keydets football is heading to Wofford on Saturday for a 1:30 p.m. kickoff. VMI basketball will return to the court on Saturday to play Virginia Tech at 7 p.m. after downing Southern Virginia University in the home opener on Tuesday. In Buena Vista, SVU men's basketball looks to recover from the loss when they play Rutgers University in Newark on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The women's team will face Chatham University at home on Saturday at 8 p.m. And in high school sports, Perry McClure's boys football is preparing for the sectional football quarterfinals tomorrow night. The Fighting Blues play Hurley High School at 7 p.m. That's all for sports. Back to you, Catherine and Rosella.
Downtown Lexington shop owners are decorating their windows to prepare for the holiday shopping season. Main Street Lexington will be hosting its 3rd annual Love Lex Lotto throughout the next month to promote local businesses. Participants will have the chance to win a $1,000 gift certificate to downtown shops and restaurants. Head to rockbridgereport.wlu.edu for more information on the Shop Local movement. Next Friday at 5:30 p.m., a candlelit procession will begin at Stonewall Jackson Cemetery and travel down Main Street. The procession will end at Hopkins Green, where the community Christmas tree will officially be lit for the season.
That's all for today's edition of the Rockbridge Report. Be sure to check out our website at rockbridgereport.wlu.edu.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you again on Tuesday, November 29th for a live update. Up next, Rockbridge Report's Ellen Kanzinger will speak with Rockbridge County's new head of emergency services.